What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything on the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Friday, November 11th, and today in an early morning video, I want to share with you why I'm super bullish with Solana. Now, we have experienced some crazy price action in the past 48 hours regarding Solana, but in this video, I want to inform and share with you information of what's building behind the scenes with Solana. We're talking about all the traffic with users, builders, and unique wallets that are using Solana, even still to this day, that are not at all affected by all the FUD or fear, uncertainty, and doubt within its ecosystem. Now, guys, in this video, please let this just be educational. This is not financial advice. It is just entertainment, and it's just my opinion. So I hope that this information will be helpful for you, because to me, I cannot wait to share it. Again, I'm super bullish with Solana. So be sure to watch this video throughout its entirety. Stick around to the very end to hear my conclusion. And as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful to any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's begin. Right now at the time of this recording, and it could definitely change in terms of price, the price right now is $17.74. Now, it's up 30%, and that could be due to a lot of different reasons. Now, before we even get into that, we got to look at where the price was. Now, obviously, not too long ago, when I say not too long ago, just a few days ago, we were at $37. Now we're kind of half that price. Now, this is obviously due to the news around FTX. Now, FTX and also Sam Bankman-Fried had a huge stake and huge investment in Solana and its development. So Solana was obviously connected in some shape or form to FTX's, unfortunately, their devastation and to the insolvency that's going on right now. But still, even to that date, we dropped as low as $12, but we've seen some price action to the upside. Now, there's a reason for this. People obviously had bought the dip. They know and are feeling very bullish around Solana because they are building. They recently had an event called Breakpoint, and we're going to talk about that. But also, there's other news happening within the whole financial ecosystem. We just found out with the consumer price or with the inflation rate, it was expected to be 0.6. In fact, today it was announced that it was underneath that as 0.4, which is absolutely amazing. So hopefully there is a Fed pivot where Jerome Powell, that shows up at this next FOMC meeting that happens in December, shifts and pivots his idea around another increase or rate hike to 0.75 or 75 basis points to around 0.50 or aka 50 basis points. But we digress. Let's go ahead and move on to show you what's going on. Now, recently, I just want to share with you something really funny, is that yesterday, there's a lot of panic in the air, a lot of FUD going around, because there were around 29 million of these Solanas staked in the Epoch 370. Solana was actually going to be unstaked, and people were scared that this was going to be sold right when users were going to get back all their Solana. And that's a lot of Solana. 29 million is quite a bit. And this was kind of funny. Solana Compass, which is the actual website that shows you basically how much is being staked, their website actually froze because there's so many people trying to go on the website checking like, oh my gosh, when's this going to unstake? Are people going to end up selling their cryptocurrencies? Is Solana going to dip more in price? When in fact, this is today's thing where we're seeing that now there's new Solana being staked, but in result of that, we did not see any effects to Solana. In fact, the price continued to go to the upside, and we're up 30% based on this recording. So let's get that FUD out of the way and move on. Now, why are people investing more in Solana, and why is Solana's price still going up to the upside even though we're almost down 50%? Well, this guy, Chris, made a really interesting point. He says, my view, the Solana ecosystem emerges from this just as Ethereum emerged from the 2018 through 2019. Now, this purge of opportunists with hardened focused, tightly bonded community and unstoppable commitment to the cause, more anti-fragile than what had entered this bear, which is absolutely a good point because, again, Ethereum had went through the same road, and I will share you something, the very last slide of this video, which will make you super, super bullish on how early we are. Now, other things I want to share you is the event that happened recently. Now, Breakpoint happened in Lisbon. Now, what was great about this event was it was inviting a ton of people from all walks of life that built on Solana. We're talking about people who build dApps, we're talking about NFT collections. We're looking at, DEX or swaps. Many different inventors and creators who want to build on top of Solana and learn how they can build on top of Solana's blockchain ended up showing up. And as you can see, a ton of people showed up. So if you're fading or thinking Solana is going to go to zero, well, look at this footage and see who's developing. Again, we are seeing that people are early on and they're not affected by the price of Solana because they know in the long term, the Web3 world is going to be adopted very slowly with Web2. But also the people who want to create on this Web3 platform, such as Solana, are really at the precipice of something amazing, something revolutionary, and that's why they're there. And not only that, let's keep in mind there were 4 different rooms that were completely filled with people. So again, are you going to continue to fade Solana? I would not. And also keep in mind there are people who building NFTs on Solana and trying to figure out how they can build that. So I want to keep in mind, number one, is that Magic Eden, which happens to be right now the #1 NFT marketplace for Solana, is a huge competitor to OpenSea. And this is going to show you the overall chart of all the other marketplaces. Do you notice that you're not seeing Cardano, Polkadot, or BNB marketplaces? It's mainly just Ethereum or Solana. So obviously you're seeing that there's more traffic happening on Magic Eden, and sooner or later, people are going to take notice that people are going to come here to Magic Eden, and also they're going to build on Magic Eden as well. And we always cover all the NFT collections on our videos on our channel. So if you're ever wanting to learn more about that, check out our previous videos before. Now, Solana Princess made a really good point yesterday. Now, this was something that she pointed out that I think I want to share with you guys. She said the floor price of the top 5 projects by volume on Magic Eden all bounced back very quickly on healthy volumes. This was yesterday due to the dip. Now, this just goes to show you how resilient Solana NFTs MFers really are. So as you can see here, we saw prices of, say for instance, Utes go all the way down to 32, went all the way back up to 70 Solana within a span of a few hours, just within an afternoon. It's crazy. And DGOTs, we saw that price even drop as low as 120 Solana and went up as high as 214 within an afternoon. Same thing with OK Bears, dropped as low as 20, now back up to 40, so forth, so on. So obviously you're seeing people who saw this dip as a possible opportunity to acquire more Solana at a dirt cheap price, around 50% of its value, and buy as much Solana so they can buy these very, very affordable NFTs at the time. Because again, Utes, say for instance, when it was at 60 Solana, it was around $2,000. But due to the dip yesterday, you could have bought one Ute, say for instance, for around $700 or $800. That's how amazing that discount is. So people accumulated and bought the dip. So let's also talk about the trading volume within the past 30 days. Now, if we look at all the volume transactions, we can see that, say for instance, the mint 2s for Utes NFTs was around 360,000. We could see even Critters had 45,000 Solana trading volume, DGOTs at 243, OK Bears at 56,000. So this is in Solana, not US dollars. So this is obviously a mass amount of money that is circulating within the NFT world, which is definitely one of the main reasons why Solana is a huge, huge adoption with Web2 folks, with normal investors, retail investors, and also, surprisingly, institutional investors and whales. So nothing is going to slow the NFT market down. But also, let's keep in mind what else is happening within Solana, like the other projects, right? We're not just talking about NFTs, we're talking about every other different thing that's building on there. So we already talked about Magic Eden. Rarible is another NFT marketplace, but we also have DEXs, such as Orca. We also have Radium, such as that. And we also have trading volume of NFTs on OpenSea, which is an Ethereum-based NFT, which recently started adopting Solana-based NFT transactions. We also have Solana, which is a lending and borrowing service for your currency or US dollars. Again, this is just some of many, many companies, many different teams and builders who are using Solana to their advantage and building it in the bear market. And also, let's talk about the top blockchains by NFT sales within the past 7 days. Now, as you can see, Solana is number 2 with 22 million. Look at the other competitors, not that much. Even Polygon, which I do like as a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, only has 1.3. It's because not many people are building on that. Look at BNB, which happens to be one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies out there in the world. They only have 573,000 US dollars. That's not a lot. It's because no one's really attracted to build on there to sell a marketplace because there's not that many users. Solana has a lot of unique wallets and it continues to build. but also because there's a lot of money flowing in there as well. So much so that even Phantom, which is basically a hot wallet they can download as an extension for your browser or on your phone, they decided that they're going to take some of their own liquidity and start sweeping the NFT projects on all the Solana marketplaces, maybe even Magic Eden, maybe even Hyperspace. So that really goes to show you how they see assets and that they want to acquire and show respect to their community, because they expect great art, they like supporting great creators and creator royalties, and also the communities as well. So that's really bullish in my opinion. But let's talk about other things, right? Not just NFTs, not just DEXs and swaps, but what else is building on there? Well, obviously Ledger, which is an amazing cold storage wallet, has partnered with Solana Mobile, which we will talk about. Now, Solana Mobile is something that I think is absolutely bullish in my opinion, but I want to share with you what that's going to be in a little bit. But later on down the road, let's also talk about what else is going on. Meta. Now, you do know that Meta, also known as Facebook and Instagram, are starting to allow users who have Phantom wallets or MetaMask wallets, specifically Phantom wallets, to integrate their NFTs on their profile pictures, and you can either sell, trade, buy, whatever you want. But this is a Web2 and also a huge company, a corporation that's known globally to adopt this. Again, this is the Web2 world grabbing something from the Web3 world, and that's the integration right there. And also, let's not forget, Google Cloud was at the conference at Breakpoint, and they've already announced that they're going to be creating a validation network for Solana so that they can expand. Now, this may lead to some controversy because we think when Google Cloud was going to partner with them and expand their validator nodes, that this becomes more centralized. So now the whole conversation around Solana being centralized versus decentralized comes into play. But again, regardless, this is huge adoption. Now, we got to be open to what's going to happen in this world between Web 2 and Web 3. That in order to expand, you may have to partner with certain people in order to expand. And that's okay. It's okay to have your points of view because, it's okay to have decentralization because there are other things like that, such as Ethereum. But to see this type of progress, to see this amount of growth happening so fast, cannot be ignored. Now, I did talk about Google Cloud, but let's go ahead and talk about the last thing, which is Solana Mobile, right? This is something that I'm really excited about and what you need to keep in mind. Now, Solana Mobile is trying to create something where you have a phone, and that phone is going to allow you to trade tokens, mint NFTs, maybe have some on-chain gaming and access to dApps conveniently on your phone, because currently on our iPhones or on our Androids, we don't have that really built in. We have to actually download apps in order to do that. So they're not really Web3 friendly. I've actually tried to use my Phantom wallet to buy NFTs, and sometimes I'm not able to buy an NFT because it's just super slow. So why not have a phone that is really catered to that to make it super fast and efficient? And might as well have it from the actual creators of Solana. That's the fact they're going to create their phone. So you got to think about this. When they create a phone like this, who's going to want to adopt this? Now, I do think that eventually at some point, maybe a Web2 or centralized company is going to want to work with them to expand their business. Could it be Google? Could Google use their phone to work with them there? Maybe they're going to try to face their competitors, which is Apple and the iPhone. Maybe that could give them a lead start at their competitors. Or maybe Apple will decide, you know what, we want to partner with you instead of you partnering with Google. Maybe you should join us, and iPhone or Apple will somehow maybe partner up with Solana. So we'll see what happens, later on down the road, but let this video be a reminder, like that could possibly happen. And maybe we'll look back on this video and be like, yo, you were right. So last thing I want to share with you, and this is the last slide. This slide is going to make you super bullish, but also give you insight and make you so aware of where we are in this world. Remember that one message that we shared earlier about how we can see Solana where it was with Ethereum back in 2018 and 2019? Well, this slide helps kind of give you a better understanding. Now, this is from CryptoCurb. Now, if you haven't visited CryptoCurb, maybe make sure to like this post, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. But he shares with you insight of where Solana and Ethereum are. Now, this is absolutely amazing, okay? This isn't some like daily to a monthly chart. This is monthly charts back to back of Ethereum up top and Solana at the bottom. And they're absolutely identical at that moment. So this is 2019 for Ethereum. This is 2022 for Solana. Now, what we can see on both of these is that they both dropped 95% from their all-time high. So let that be a determining factor, right? 95% drop from their all-time high. And they're both at the very exact point. And also consider that back then in 2019, Ethereum was at 7 billion, not at where it's at right now. Now, if we look at Solana today in 2022, it's at a $5 billion market cap. It's just absolute growth from here. So if you're thinking, is Solana dead? Well, look at this. Look at Ethereum. People thought Ethereum was dead, and look what happened shortly after that. And right now, Ethereum is a huge competitor to Solana and vice versa. But Solana's growth could absolutely grow exponentially based on this chart, because we know what's building. I've shown you who are the builders and also what we should look forward to. We know they have faster transactions. We've seen the scalability. We've seen the Web 2 adoption with the Web 3 adoption. We've seen the partnerships. And you can just see here that this is the time to start thinking about if you should start acquiring assets. If that's Solana, if that's NFTs, if that's GameFi, if it's metaverse land, if it's anything where you can have ownership of your own properties, this is the place to be. Now you're looking at Solana's price. Now, if this dips down to 14 Solana, I would not be surprised, because again, this price could be sparked because of what's happening outside of Web3, which is the whole financial system happening in the US, with the Treasury printing $1.8 trillion just as of yesterday that went back into the stock markets. And as you can see, the stock markets are in the green. But it doesn't mean that that's going to be forever. It could be short-lived. We can take a dip down. Anything can happen. But just let this video be educational and informative for you to make the right financial decision for yourself, because everybody has a different position, different lifestyle, different, circumstance. So hopefully you can determine what you need to do from here. But for me, this is absolutely bullish in my opinion, and I will not slow down. Solana is not dead. Solana is going to get ready for its next bull run. And this video has definitely shown that we are ready for that. So guys, be sure to like up that video. Let me know your comments down below, and let me know your comments down either in Twitter or YouTube. I'd love to hear it. And let me know what assets you plan to acquire if you're feeling bullish or bearish on Solana. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.